Hello guys, welcome to the third lesson of the course. As I told you, I was going to teach you a little bit of UI design for this travel app. Not too much because I want to focus on the animation part, but I want you to have a little something about the designing part of the traveling app too. So it's going to be really simple design. It's not going to be very thorough, but it's going to be really simple and really nice. So first I have this canvas. You can check the size of the canvas, 2000 for 2600 pixels. Of course it's a landscape canvas, and I have this base. I want this to be the base of the app because I want this to have to be a blurry image. I'm going to share with you, of course, this image. And now all I want to do is to design the part of the app where you are going to choose the city and check the restaurants. I want to check out the locations on each city, a little bit about the lodgings and how many reviews it has, how many stars people give the city, and many things like this. So I want to begin by dragging here the images that we just created on the previous lesson, and I have them all here. We have Madrid, London, and Florence, and let's begin with Madrid. I'm going to align this to the middle as well as this, and I want to put it right here, and I want this to be like the part where people take a closer look to what the city has to offer and anything. So I'm going to set this here, and what I want is to have a little black bar where I can put all the information. I have the icons that I'm going to use for this part, and now it's time just to add the interface. So I'm going to create a rectangle the same size of this image, maybe up to here. You can fix it like this, and I want this to be black, but then I want to lower the opacity to 70 so that we have a nice overlay effect right here. Alright, now let's set this to multiply, and instead of 70 I'm going to use 50. I think this looks pretty cool. And now I want to add the information. First, of course, I'm going to type the name of the city, which is Madrid, despite having it here on the image. I'm going to make this white, and I'm going to use a very nice font called Acuming Variable Concept, and I'm going to use the default, or maybe I can use semi-bold for the title. And I'm going to place it here on the middle with a size of around 36. Just like this. Alright. Now what I want is to show people how many stars people are giving the city. So of course I'm going to give 5 stars in here. So I have the star, and all I have to do is to copy these until I have 5 of them. Let's group them, place it here, and now I want to check out how many reviews did we need to set this number of stars. So I'm going to take this font, this type, and I'm going to wrap. I'm going to write reviews in here. I'm going to change this to regular, and I'm going to write a random number. Let's set, for example, I don't know, 815 reviews, and of course this should be bigger, around 40, and this can be on bold, maybe even bigger, 48 reviews, a lot of reviews. And I'm going to group them, and to separate these two items I'm going to create a little line here with a stroke, a white stroke of around 2 points. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. I'm going to take this a little bit closer, just like this. Now group everything here and make sure it's aligned to the middle, like this. Let's separate it a little bit. Alright. Actually, I'm going to make this, remove the cap here for reviews, like this. And now I have the reviews and the 5 stars that people has given to this city, to Madrid. And now I want this to have 3 buttons. I want this to have a login button where people can click and it will send you to another part, another screen of the app, where you are going to find logins from the cheapest to the most expensive logins, and you're going to have, I will be able to rent a home or something. I'm going to add a button here for restaurants where people can take a look at how many restaurants are there in Madrid, or the most famous restaurants, because of course there are going to be like 1,000 restaurants here in Madrid, but where people can see where the most famous are, or what people are talking about on the restaurants. And a final button called locations, where people are going to be able to take a look at the most famous, or the most relevant locations on Madrid, the most relevant parks, the most relevant museums, or the statues, or something, stuff like this. So these are the 3 things that people are going to want to see on a traveling app. So it's really important to have them on our travel app. So I have the 3 icons here, and all we have to do is to get them here, make this white, and well, I have very nice icons. We can move them to this point. Maybe we can separate them a little bit, make sure that they are proportional, like this. And let's add a text here. For example, this one will be logins, but the size should be smaller, maybe 24. Logins, restaurants, and locations. Alright, make sure they are all aligned to each other. like this. And I'm going to add another separator right here, and another one right here. So you can see it's really simple stuff. It's a really simple design, very minimalistic, but it has what it has to have, the travel app. Now I want to add also a navigation bar here, which is nothing else than a few circles. Let's make them white. And let's duplicate them, or maybe even more separate, like this. And I can lower the transparency to 15. Yeah. And I'm going to take one of these and duplicate it, and this one will have all the opacity, like this. So the idea is that if I have Madrid in here and then I move to Florence, this little dot will travel from here to this point on the animation, like this. So that's it. Now what I have to do is to take everything here, I'm going to group them, and I'm going to leave it here for the purpose of the animation, and create another copy around here. And now all I have to do is to change the image to one of them. For example, this one should be here, and the London one should be here. And all you have to do now is to change the titles and let's set another random reviews. Maybe this one has like this, and this one has something like this. And now you have the three cities, and you have all the user interface design. It's really simple. It's not so complicated. It's actually a really simple design. Now we're going to animate these parts of the images of the travel app, and then we're going to go back to Illustrator and design the final screen of the app. So let's go to the next lesson.